Talking about the LK10 conference in Abilene, and Walt, you were in and kind of helped lead the coaching track. We had two facilitating tracks. One was on two equipping tracks. One was on how to facilitate a group. The other was how to coach individuals. So, some observations about the coaching track.
Okay. Well, Tim Pines did an excellent job of leading that, and one of the highlights for the conference for me was getting better acquainted with Tim. And I mean, he zoomed up in my estimation of him because of the time we spent together. If I had led it just myself, I'm kind of a nuts and bolts guy. I probably would have focused in on how to ask good probing questions, how to develop your listening skills, maybe looking at some options for roadmaps in a coaching session so you don't get lost. He took a different approach. I would call it a general overview or introduction to coaching. I think the key thing that I observed was every person in there left feeling confident that they could be a coach.
Wow.
That we did coaching in twos and then in triads, and he presented a set of 5 questions that you can just keep asking over and over. I think every person left feeling like, you know, I know there's a lot more to coaching than I learned, but I could start being a coach right now.
Wow. That's significant.
Yeah.
It sounds the phrase experiential learning. Would that be a good descriptor for
Exactly.
what went on in there?
It would.
What would that mean in that context? How did you guys go at experiential learning?
Well, one person was to be the leader being coached, and the other person was to be the coach. And so they had an opportunity to share an issue or a problem in their life, and the coach listened and asked coaching questions and helped the person come up with some solutions to that.
Just kind of go do it and then talk about what you just did and what did you learn from that.
Reflect on what happened.
Okay, good deal. Thank you, Walt. We had 2 tracks. This was like Thursday night and Friday. And these were facilitating tracks. One was the coaching, which Walt just talked about. You were in the facilitating track, facilitating a group, specifically how to lead a house church. So what seemed significant to you in that track?
Yeah, the main gist that I got from it is John, the guy holding the video camera. He taught it with Kent Smith. They actually facilitated us. And the main gist that I pulled from it was that a group is not just a bunch of individuals interconnected, but it is actually a living organism. So he drew a circle on the board with little circles in it, and I put little cilia on mine, showing that it is a living organism. And so if you look at the group as a whole, instead of just individuals, it changes everything. And one of the ideas in that is if you disciple the group, it will disciple the individuals. And so you start to think, John's been working on the idea of thinking developmentally about the group, is where is the group as a whole, not just the individuals, although that matters too, but the whole group, where is it at developmentally, and what does it need at that point? And so that really helped me think about that, and to give the work back to the group. John talked about that, and he gave three words to explore: the assess.
To assess the group. Where is the group?
Yeah, to assess the group, and there's an S.
There was notice. C.
C, yeah.
C.
There was assess and see where they're at, and then G, which was give the work to the group.
Right.
So that was a basic paradigm he gave, and my mind is still chewing on that now. So.
And we made the point that this is very, very simple, but a very profound shift in the way that we think about a group.
Yeah.
And it's something that we have to kind of live into, practice a lot, and talk to each other about.
Yeah.
So, and people, when people come into a group, they tend to live up to or down to the culture of the group. So if the group is healthy, even individuals that aren't so healthy will do one of 2 things. They will become more healthy, or they will leave the group.
Yeah.
So if we can help the group become healthier, then it's the critical component in helping individuals become more healthy as well.
Yeah, and one thing to add to that is the idea that if church is family, then parents are leaders. And if the leaders, the parents of the group are not healthy, then that culture automatically gets influenced by that on health too. So
Great. Thank you, Tim.
Uh huh.